All right. It's just me live all to my lonesome. So I'm sorry I had to start this other stream. Whenever I think I explain this like every time, but I'm going to explain it again just so everybody knows. In case those of you that were not here the last live stream or the one prior to that, that you know what the deal is with this starting one stream and then having to stop that one and then starting a new one. Because usually I'm out and about when I decide to do this. So I have to start it on my phone and then come back and put it on the laptop here. So it does not really work together like it should, or at least I don't know how to do it because it's some newfangled bullcrap. But anyway, what's up, everybody? Ron S. Wild Style, Morpheus Darkson, Noctis of Aether, Source Adversary, Fallen 1666, Star Ruby. What's up? Yeah, I've been playing with that makeup. Just a little here and a little there. That's all. That's all. Hey, what's up, Stardust Moonlight? You're watching stupid people being stupid. Awesome. That's awesome. I have to check that out when this is over myself. We'll see how long this goes. I'm gonna do some crazy shamanic spiritualness tonight. I just ate a few little caps and stems. So once it gets to the point to where I'm just like, okay, I'm feeling like I'm in a fishbowl now and I'm out of water and I got to roll. So when we get to that point, you'll probably know it. You might know it before I do. Who knows? We'll have to see. What's up, D Pool? You should have your package soon, D. If you haven't gotten it yet, it should be any day now. I'll send you the tracking. Sorry, I didn't do that yet. I'm doing well, Source Adversary. Thank you for asking. How have you been doing? How's everyone been? I hope you've all been freaking awesome. You want cows and stems? Yeah. Panjax, I know. What are you doing, man? It's so freaking late, right? I was trying to look out for some of the West Coasters here, but I know you're an East Coaster like me. So represent. What's up, Devin? Hell yeah. What's up, man? Hey, you been great? Good. Caps and stems. Caps and stems is like I call them I call them toppings, like pizza toppings, like you've got like pepperoni and cheese and mushrooms and mushrooms and mushrooms. Yeah, it's like that. Oh, you had an accidental hour nap at about 8 p.m. That's nice. Naps are one of my favorite things in the world. What's up, Matthew Watson? Man, everything is good. Everything really is good. I was running some Cat 6 Ethernet wire tonight. That's what I was doing for hours earlier because I'm going to run everything like this laptop and Orly stuff and everything else without having to use Wi-Fi. We're going to do it like hardwired to really get that awesome connection. So I was running one up to her temple, one into here, one into the living room, one into another bedroom upstairs, one into the basement, so that we've got that hardwire connection with the gold plated can like little Stay-Cons and stuff like that on the end. What's up, Jennifer? I hear that. I fall asleep and wake up like constantly. Thank you, Source Adversary. I appreciate that. I think it will be a pleasant journey. It usually is. And this is just kind of a little like wetting my whistle for what's to come with the ayahuasca here in about a month. Less than a month now. Holy crap. It's less than a month now. Yeah, it's like 3.5 weeks. So I have to like quit drinking and I've got to stop doing everything. I have to stop eating delicious food and replace it with food that people just say is delicious. What's up, Dark Prophet? What's up? What's up, Mercer? What's going on? Oh, I'll miss you too. So sweet. So sweet. All of y'all are so sweet. Well, oh, I hear you, Ron. Well, I'm sure that it'll come around. It'll work out. It'll work out for you. Um, well, when you go to do an ayahuasca ceremony, ayahuasca weekend retreat, whatever it is that you're doing, apparently part of it is the preparatory work ahead of time. And you're supposed to, a month prior, not have any drugs, any alcohol, not really even any caffeine. If you're on any type of like pharmaceutical medication, you have to stop taking that. You have to stop taking any kind of antidepressants or any type of antipsychotics, anything like that. You got to stop taking that. You have to refrain from any type of sexual activity. You have to kind of, well, you're supposed to really go on like a vegan, like a raw vegan diet. So that's going to be pretty crazy. Yeah, yard clippings and mulch, exactly. So I'm looking forward to some yard clippings and mulch with a lot of ketchup on it, maybe some like spicy mustard or something like that to kind of like give it a little flair, maybe. Yeah, like a boxer, right? Yep. I was actually watching some videos here recently. Um, and I guess this is like a big thing in the like men's development um, arena as far as like self-improvement and maybe even some sort of like maybe kind of pick up artistry, but it's more along the lines of becoming like a dominant male, alpha male, and like how that relates to relationships with women. And the big thing now, and maybe it's been a big thing for a while, but I just don't know it. But I'm just kind of running into it and seeing it everywhere. And they're talking about that like semen retention. And it's like a way to gain respect from your woman is that semen retention because you're not going to give it to her. She's just not going to get it until you decide to give it to her. Because I mean, really, like, what do we have? What do we have? We ain't got jack crap. I mean, what are we gonna do? We've got like a few little things. It seems like now we're like grasping for straws. Now it's like we're gonna withhold semen from you. We're gonna withhold semen from you, bitches. Like, what do you think about that? And most of them probably will be like, and and go for it, dude. Have fun. What's up, Rio 93? 93s, dude. Yeah, me too. I love steak and all that stuff, but I don't really eat much meat anymore like I used to. I used to eat a lot. Um, but I can do it though. I mean, I've been vegetarian, um, briefly. I mean, not like full fledged, but I mean, I've I was somewhat consistently on or involved in that kind of diet. Yeah, I mean, vegan is a really healthy lifestyle, and yeah, yeah, I hear you, Van Jackson. It does seem like a lot of people are really kind of looking at that. I don't know, pickup artistry and different things, and kind of mixing that. I mean, I mean, I might be doing the same thing if I was struggling in that arena. I don't know. It's one of those things. It's like when you have it, it's not the most important thing on your mind. You take it for granted. It's just another thing that is just part of your life. And I guess when you don't have it, you start to obsess over it and you do anything to get it. Um, I mean, I certainly am not like an alpha male type of dude. I'm working on that because I need to be in a lot of areas of my life, and I probably could have been much more successful with chicks when I was growing up in my younger years when I was a young man if I was not so passive and shy and nice and all of those things that women do not seem to really be attracted to. I think that I always kind of took that like female role almost as to where I would always wait for women to come to me. So I'd be sitting over there just kind of like, all right, waiting on you. And then it wouldn't happen. And I'd be like, what the hell's going on? Like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with you? You're not doing what you're supposed to do. Like, you're the man. You're supposed to be aggressive. You're supposed to be penetrative. The female is supposed to be receptive. So you're supposed to initiate. You're supposed to be the one to make the first move and blah, 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 blah. Well, I never knew about any of that at all, ever. Um, and I would look at guys that were like that and just be like, ugh, like that guy's a freaking douche, man. Like I can't even stand him. Like I don't, I can imagine those women probably can't stand him either, but they typically seemed to get what they were looking for. Maybe it wasn't something that was sustainable and that would last for the long haul, but I don't know. What's up, Astra? What's up, Felith? Satanis, Set Creole, Conjure Witch, and Andrea Newhouse. How are you? Dragon X Dragon Light 9. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, and I try not to be like do any type of like stereotyping and that kind of thing, but it's necessary, I think, in order to convey and express what it is that I'm trying to communicate, I guess. But I mean, even though I'm very much a heterosexual male, I would say that from an energetic standpoint and from a, I don't know, traditional role aspect and whatever else you want to call it, from like social norms and standards and stuff, I'm much more like how you would expect a woman to be. And that's just how it is. I don't know why. Um, I'm not going to change for anybody. I mean, if I need to change for myself, then obviously, of course, yes, I'll do that. But I'm not going to change just because people don't like it. Um, I can't help who I am. I mean, it is who I am. It's what I have become. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I like being connected to the both of those energies too. Absolutely. Okay. So it never really hindered your love life. I mean, I guess it didn't really hinder mine either. I mean, I guess I'm being a little critical on myself. I mean, yeah, I always had a girlfriend. I always had women everywhere, here and there, whatever, I guess for the most part. It's just, I guess I was seeing like my peers involved in different things and maybe that I wasn't involved in. And that's, I'm sure it's just because I wasn't like pressing the issue and I wasn't really like initiating things and making it happen, even though I wanted to do those things. Um, I guess I didn't want to do them bad enough to get out of my comfort zone and be like, hey, I'm taking charge. What's up, girl? Da 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 da. I mean, I did that on occasion. I mean, plenty of times, but I guess I just didn't do it enough. I don't know. Maybe and I'm sure, I don't know. I think everybody does that. Um, they're like so critical of themselves. And most of us have so many things in our lives going for us that we don't even see. Other people see it. And or we tend to see it in other people's lives. And we can even have all of that stuff going for ourselves, but we, for whatever reason, can't really grasp reality that, yeah, you've got all that stuff. I mean, like, for instance, like, guys get all hung up on like their size and that kind of thing. And I don't know why, for whatever reason, I always kind of felt like, and maybe this is just from like watching X-rated videos and things like that, but that's never really been my thing. I don't really watch that kind of stuff. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. It's cool. It's not really my thing. Even though I'm like a highly, highly sensual and sexual person, I've just never really been into that. But I always felt like maybe I was like below average in the size department for some reason. Um, and I guess it's just like a body dysmorphia type of thing. I was just like all self conscious about it. And then, like, come to find out it was like the total opposite. I didn't know. I was like, oh, really? Like, oh, well, I didn't know. I don't know why that happened, where they came from. I don't know. But even after it's still weird. It's like, how do you fully come to terms with accepting the reality for what it is? Like, yeah, you have this and you have this and you're like this and you're like this and all of these things that you see in other people that you're envious of, or that you wish you were this and you wish you were that. Like, you already have it all. You already have that stuff. Like, why don't you see that you have that stuff? Like, it's strange, isn't it? It's like we won't allow ourselves to see it. And it's just like, it really is like, for me, it's like a good example of how we decide, and it's probably on a more subconscious level, but how we decide to view and see and even exist in our own reality. And it just goes to show you that, like, yeah, you do mold it. You do mold it. You mold it so much that you can convince yourself that you don't have all of these things that, from others' perspectives and their realities, you do have. But you could even look down at yourself and be like, it's not. And they're like, yeah, it is. And you're like, no, it's not. And it's kind of just like having like a paranormal experience, maybe with that same person. Maybe you'll see it, maybe they won't. But it happened. It was real as hell. And that you witnessed it and they didn't see it. Like, what's going on with that? You've got a bigger than average manhood and they see it, but it's yours and it's on your body and you don't see it. What's up with that? Like, that's really strange, isn't it? It's like so many different things going on, and it's all kind of subject to the eye of the beholder, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Stevie Six? Yeah, you got to be comfortable in your own skin. You're right. What's up, Even E? Yeah. Charles Draper, what's up, man? Hell yeah. Hey, what's up? What's up, looking for truth? It's getting late. What are you doing up so late looking for truth? It should be looking for trouble. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. That's your new name. Your new name is looking for trouble. Oh, you are? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Well, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, that does nothing because I've done plenty of that in the past. And I don't know. I could have been saying anything. I could have been, I don't know. You know what's really awesome? I found this in my glove box. I picked my truck up from getting an inspection and stuff earlier today. And I've been looking for this damn thing because I've been having some like allergies and stuff. And like, my nose has been stuffed up and kind of like congested and things a little bit. And I was like, man, like, where is that freaking thing, man? And I found it. It's a freaking the Vapo inhaler, the Vicks inhaler. Y'all know about those inhalers. Yeah. It's just like, oh, God, every time I smell that thing, I like go back to like being like 20 years old. Like half dead, leaning up against a wall in a freaking like some freaking like rave, and it's just like and it's like fuck, like sitting in a sink in a freaking bathroom, and it's just like overflowing, going all over the floor, water and stuff, and you're just like sitting in the sink, like, dude, like shit. Yeah. You got a sore in your nostril from the goo. Oh, dang. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Whipped cream hits. What's a whipped cream hit? You have one too? Fallen 1666? Sweet. Yeah, let's all freaking do them. Yeah. Inhale if you got them. Mmm. Ah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Even appreciate that. I'm trying, I'm really trying. I'm going a little above and beyond just like a t-shirt and jeans and the dirt of the day that was usually always all over me. Yeah, let's all do it. Oh, this is like so much healthier for you than vaping and smoking, right? So this can just be kind of like the new thing, right? You'll see like rappers and stuff. They'll be like all the time. Yeah, that's what's coming. I did do my eyes. Yeah. Oh man. I know I'm getting addicted to it, man. I'm getting hooked on this shit. Oh God. That's good. Remember that Rush stuff? Do you remember that Rush? I think it was called Rush or something like that. You have one for body defense. What do you mean? Like it's like a it's like pepper spray or something like that? Or you can like give it to a dude if he's hitting on you and you want him to leave you alone or something. You're like, hey, you want to take a hit of my inhaler? And it's like chloroform or something like that. And he's just out. It gives you a chance to get away. That's why I only roll with my own inhaler. I don't go for that strange. Mm-mm. I have those inhalers. I keeps them inhalers. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah, okay. So Van Jack. So you remember that okay, and you too, Real 93. Y'all remember that stuff, that rush? Yeah. I remember when I was like 15, like some chicks had it, and I was like, oh dude, like, okay. It's like we're already doing like five other drugs. Let's add some gas station bull crap to it too. Why not? But it was actually good. It was actually all right. Yeah, they definitely do. You got asthma? I'm sorry, Jennifer, that sucks. I can imagine that it sucks. Yeah, yeah, it helps you out. It helps you out for sure. So you can surf and sticks. It helps me. So, looking for trouble is asking, do trees have spirits? And I will say that if you are on any type of psychedelic and you go outside in nature, I think one of the first things that you're going to take notice of is how everything is alive. Everything has a spirit. Everything is breathing. Everything is communicating. Everything is vibrating. Um, the grass is alive. The trees are definitely alive. They definitely have unique personalities and like a spiritual presence that is like profound. I mean, seriously profound. It's like amazing. Um, Trees are just so powerful. And had I not experienced it on that level, who knows? Who's to say what my perspective of it would be? But when I've had so many like experiences so many times where the trees are just, oh man, they're awesome. They're awesome. Yeah, I liked LSD as a kid too, a lot. Um, I really did. I haven't done that in a long time. But yeah, I mean, like, I get like a whole 10 strip and just be like, freaking like gone. I could not do that now, though. What's up, Ethan? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember, what was it like? It's like an H3 or whatever. Yeah, so that was called Ethan and Ela thing where they were uh, they were watching that video of that chick that's like into like amusement park rides, and then she had a friend that was like all into having sexual relationship with trees and like fences and stuff like that. Making some ramen noodles. What kind of ramen noodles? Some shrimp ramen noodles. Extra egg and like none. What kind you got? Probably chicken, ain't it? I bet you it is. Probably some old chicken bullshit. Orange pack jank. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah, it is good in freaking what is that? What is that stuff? Bok choy salad. Stuff is the bomb. Really? Never done any psychedelics, man, Jax, man. It's freaking it's something else. I will say that. So Jesus did some mushrooms, huh? Wow. Yeah, we have a spirit. Yeah, of course. It doesn't matter if you worship Jesus or you don't worship Jesus. Your soul is just the same. And my soul is just the same. Mhm. Oh my gosh, looking for trouble is cursing people in the name of the demiurge now. Wow. That's a good sign. Looking for trouble. That means you're like really close to like stepping over the line and kind of putting all of that nonsense behind you. No, and like I don't hate on Jesus at all. I mean, I think Jesus is cool as hell. Um, I think that he was a remarkable human being. I think he was a magician. Um, I don't think that we will ever truly know what he was all about because he just so happened to be the one that they chose to throw a religion on his back and pervert everything that he ever said and pervert his messages and everything else. I think he was probably a really cool dude. I don't hate on him at all. I do not like what the church has done to him and his message and all of that. I don't like organized religion and all of that, but I can certainly separate him from that because that was not his doing, in my opinion, at all. Yeah, I'm sure they were on something. Yeah. People have always found drugs to do. People will always find drugs to do. When there is not a single substance left, we will dry out our feces and smoke that, or we'll crush it into a fine powder and snort it. I'm sure people already do that, but we'll do anything to get stimulated. Yeah, there you go, Wild Style. That's exactly the way that I feel about him for sure too. Yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. I mean, and I really wouldn't even doubt, and I've always really felt like that it's a good possibility that Jesus was that Lucifer was Jesus. And that was like um maybe if you look at it from a mythology standpoint, maybe that was like a punishment for him. You got to go be a human and endure pain and suffering and all this crap for trying to freaking overthrow me, you usurper. You're going to be in the flesh and you're going to freaking endure so wicked, wicked ass pain. So maybe when he was being tempted in the wilderness or the desert or whatever, the desert, I guess, that was probably the demiurge himself. That was probably Yahweh right there, pretending to be the devil because he really is the devil, like trying to pull one over on the devil who was not really the devil, who was posing as the Son of God. So it's like all convoluted, twisted up crap. But I'm sure that's the way I really feel like that. I really do feel like that. I don't know why, but I just keep feeling like. See, looking for trouble though, I don't think that it was Lucifer that tempted Jesus in the desert. I think that it was Yahweh posing as Satan, tempting Jesus, who was Lucifer. And we're just have like all we know is what we have been programmed to believe. I think that in this insane, insane world that we live in, pretty much everything is not what it seems. And there are specific reasons. There is an agenda behind it all, like down to the food that we eat, down to like our food pyramid, all of it, especially the food. Because I guess if you haven't gotten to the point of your awakening where you've had the realization that, yeah, it's all about control. And you think you're free, but you're not. You think you make your own decisions, but you don't. If we want to be able to have some influence on you, how are we going to do that? Like, oh, okay, water, toothpaste, food, meat, meat especially. Orly really kind of opened my eyes to that one the other day because I was talking about the keto diet and stuff, and I don't really know what the whole new keto thing is, but back 20 years ago, um, I called it like the isocaloric approach, which was like an Atkins type of thing. It's um, minimizing carbohydrates and really, or it's minimizing um, carbohydrates that will spike your blood sugar and that are all released into your system all at once, like bread and starchy shit, potatoes, all that crap, and then just eating a lot of protein and vegetables, things that really don't convert into sugar. And I kind of felt like, because I'd be working out and stuff like that a lot at that time when I was doing that too, and I felt like, well, hey, I have to have a lot of protein. I've got to eat all of this freaking steak and chicken and fish and all this stuff, right? And I always wondered, I was like, well, how is it that a cow or a horse or like an ox, they're huge and they're ripped and their muscles are freaking like veiny, busting out, like powerful as hell. And they just eat like grass and wheat and stuff. They're not eating any flesh at all. They're totally vegetarian, but they still are getting what they need in order to sustain this huge mass and like build muscle, and they can their physical capabilities are just amazing. And Orly was talking about like, yeah, there's bodybuilders that are vegans and vegetarians and all that stuff, and it's like, okay, well then I thought it was science, man. Maybe it is, and I don't know everything about this, but it's just kind of like, okay, well, if a vegetarian can get everything that they need from that and build muscle and sustain muscle mass and all of that, and that whole thing about eating all this protein is bullcrap. I'm sure that they are doing something to major to the meat products that we eat. We probably don't even really need to eat that shit. But that's what we do because that's what we've always done. And what better vehicle to deliver whatever type of bullcrap you want than something that's consumed? And it's like, our society has become this consumer driven society. We just devour everything that they keep putting out to us, and we just devour it in like massive quantities. And it's like a feeding frenzy, and they promote it to we just want more and more and more. Like, what are we really consuming? What are we really feeding? We're feeding something. We're feeding something and we're not the ones getting nourished from it. I can tell you that. Something's going on. Something's going on. I don't know what it is exactly, but I'm gonna find out, damn it. Do I think that magic can help cure personality disorders? That's a good one. Good question, Astra. Um, Give me an example of a personality disorder. You mean kind of like borderline personality disorder, things like that, which I am very, very familiar with personally. I think I have a I think that I have some BPD tendencies myself, actually. Okay, so like bipolar and things like that. Yeah, I do. I do think that magic can help all of those things, and I would say that like I actually know that it can. Multiple personalities as well. Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. It certainly can. I mean, because in my own personal experience, I have witnessed magic do some really insane things to me, like physically. So I do believe that, now I'd say physically, mentally, and emotionally, and spiritually, all of the above. Um, and it does seem to have the capability to change a living organism at a cellular level. So, do I believe that it can alter like the wiring of your neurons and receptors and all of those things and kind of regulate the way in which those processes, I don't know, whatever the word is, the way those processes are carried out in your mind and all of that. Yeah, I definitely do. But I think that it's certainly something that has to be complemented with your own physical work in the mundane world. You know, you're going to have to put forth some effort on your own end to do some things that you need to do in order to nurture the magic that you're doing. But yeah, yeah. I'll be safe with those toppings. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know all about those freaking receptors and how much your body will become dependent on chemicals and certain things, and what happens when you do not have them. And it's certainly not something that you could just decide to turn off and just decide to not be dope sick and just decide that you're going to feel normal and that your body's not going to be dependent on it. Unfortunately, most of us are not at the level where we can just do that. It's really hardcore. If any of you have not experienced that before, whew, it's freaking crazy. Yeah, addiction's tough. I mean, addiction is really, really, and it's been 2 days. Damn, you deep then, because that's like the worst of it. The drugs is one thing, but the The psychosis from the not sleeping is like the worst. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. Thank you, Seeking Serpent Six. I'm I'm hanging in there, you know. Life is just a MFer. I don't have to tell any of y'all that. Life is a real MFer. Yeah, yeah. I always wanted to do a boga as well, Ethan. I really did. Yeah, I mean, I was talking to one of my buddies the other day about opiate addiction and what that's like, and how terrifying it is to be in the throes of a really, really intense withdrawal, and just you come to the realization that you are just so lost, and like you're just being so like you're powerless, you're being consumed, that you have actually changed the way in which your body functions to a really, really extreme degree. And I know, I mean, of course, I was one of those people too. Like, I never thought that was possible. I never in a million years. And it's just something you have to go through and experience to like appreciate. There's nothing that I can compare it to. And I've been deathly ill quite a few times. I know we've all had the flu, we've all been sick. A lot of us have been in the hospital, and have been through crazy accidents and whatever else, and different types of physical trauma. This right here is, it just will not give you one moment of peace. From like restless leg and arms. You're trying to freaking like snap your arms off your body and your legs, and you can't get comfortable, and you're going crazy, and you freaking feel like so freaking sick. You're like gonna die. And it just like, oh, it is just so, it just really like blows me away that something like a substance could be so powerful that your body will fixate on that one thing, and that one thing will become more important than anything in the world, more important than food, more important than water, more important than people that you love, more important than any like material possession. It's like, I don't know, to me it really seems like there's like more to that particular substance than we know. I know there's other substances out there that can be somewhat or have those kind of effects, as far as when you get to a stage of withdrawal. But I don't know that there's really anything that's more severe than opiates. And I just say that from personal experience because I've been through lots of types of withdrawal. If there's a substance out there and if you can withdraw from it, I was knee deep in the shit, buddy, in the trenches. I was like in it because, like, when I do things, I do them all the way. I don't just dabble. I'm like diving in head first off the high dive, deep in, son. Do I look like I play? Hell no. Yeah, I do it for real, because uh, I don't know why. I don't think about why or why not or what if. That's probably why. Because I'm just like, F it. Yep. Okay. All right. Stop everything. This is coming to a grinding halt because I'm going to put you on the spot looking for trouble. This is your moment of truth. This is your golden opportunity to bedazzle me with your testimony. You say your God is amazing. Why is your God amazing? What has He done specifically in your life? I'm not talking about in the world. And yes, this, that, and the other. There's birds, there's flowers, there's trees, and blah, blah, blah. I'm meaning in your life specifically. And how good do you actually know this God? What type of personal relationship do you really have? And I'm not trying to be mean, and I'm not even trying to joke around right now at all. And I know that I don't know everything. Obviously, I don't know everything, and I know that there's exceptions to the rule. And just because I've just because I don't believe that I've really ever met another human being that could actually say that they have a real, substantial, deep, meaningful relationship or connection to this God doesn't mean that you don't have one. But in my experience, most people that are all caught up in that, whether it's Christianity or whatever else, um, it's really something that is more of an exterior type of projection and not anything that's really deep and meaningful and personal to them. Like, do you really know this God? Can you tell me truthfully, without a shadow of a doubt, that you have a really real deal, solid connection, and that you know this deity and that he communicates to you? Okay. Yeah, I've done that too. You know what's crazy though? You say that he saved you, he's done this, he's done that. There was a lot of things in my life that I always just would attribute to God. Oh, God did this and God did that and God was looking out for me and blah 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 blah. Um, but it's not until you like actually decide to take a chance, open your eyes, and be open to the possibility that just maybe there are other things out here in the world that are actually real and of substance and that are beneficial and that you might just seriously, seriously resonate with. Not just resonate with because that's what you do. That's what everybody does. That's what I'm expected to do. And there is no other way. Once you cross over that line and you get to know this spirit or that spirit, you may come to find out, like I did, that no, it was not God that was there for me all of those times when I was going through some crap growing up. It was this demon or that demon. Because you will know, once you feel their energy, you're going to be like, holy crap. This isn't the first time that we've come across one another. When this happened, that was you that comforted me. That was you that helped me out. That was you that pulled me through this. I just find it really odd that most people can spend their entire life trying to communicate with a God that will remain utterly silent. Silent to the point of it really makes one have to contemplate if he even exists at all. And I only say that because if he were what society claims he is, if he really was all of these things, you would think that you would get some type of response. I could never get one. And I was really trying to. I was giving it everything. I was fully invested, 120 million%. But then when I call on these other spirits, these demons, they're there. They'll answer you. They'll communicate with you. They'll help you even. This whatever you call God, I would hate to say that. I would just say that you're a liar if you did say that you have communicated with him to that level and all of that kind of thing. I would probably say you're a liar, yeah. Or that you're just fooling yourself. And the crappy thing is like I'm not trying to burst your bubble, but I have a feeling that you know is true. And yeah, that's a freaking hard pill to swallow. Probably every one of us in this freaking room here have been through that. That moment of realization where it's like, oh crap, Santa isn't real. The Easter Bunny's fake. God doesn't exist. Okay, what's on HBO? you know, um, but I mean, I'm not trying to do anything. I don't care. You seem like a very nice person. And I'm not gonna say I don't care. I'm not gonna say, well, I don't care what happens to you or whatever else. I mean, I don't. It's your life. You can do or not do whatever the hell you want. You can think whatever you want. You can wear a toilet on your head every day, and that'd be cool with me if that's what you want to do. If you want to run around worshiping a God that doesn't exist, hey, that's cool. And I'm not saying that everything that I do is like the only way and the right way. And like, you're not cool if you don't do this or think like that. I may be a little critical of people that don't share in some of my viewpoints, and that's human nature, I think. Um, but I'm not really not not overly so. I really don't care. I really don't care. I really don't. I don't care. I mean, there's nothing that I'm gonna get out of trying to like convert you to the other side at all. I'm not going to get 100 points. I'm not going to get a sticker or brownie. Um, none of that. So it's like, is there anything in it for me? Is there anything in it for us to like? No, it's not. It's not at all. It's whatever you choose to experience. And I like to experience things. I like to see with my eyes everything that I can. I like to taste everything that I can. I like smells. I love things that have prominent odors and aromas and all of that. I like to experience it. I want to with every sense that I have. I want things that I can say, wow, yes, this is real. I can experience it. I can feel it, taste it, smell it, touch it, all of that. For me, though, when it comes to Christianity, which is really the only thing I have experience with, and I guess I have to say Catholicism, which I've always considered Catholicism to be Christianity. I know that like there's like this freaking stupid freaking like division where it's like Christians and Catholics. It's like, well, Catholics are Christians, so like, what the fuck? But I get it. Catholics believe in the transmutation of the sacrament into literal flesh and literal blood, which is freaking kind of freaky and weird if you ask me. If it's supposed to be this like goody goody Christian thing or whatever, but I'm not not going to get more off topic. Which really there is no topic, so it doesn't matter. But I'm not going to like go that far off into left field on this. But um, there just wasn't anything there. There was no substance there. It was going through motions and not having any real profound experience to go with it. Um, it was like going to one of your favorite restaurants and the chef just totally butchers the main course, and it's just like, damn, really got my hopes up, man, and I'm like really disappointed. And I didn't give up that easy. I went back and tried again, tried and tried and tried, but hey, you're just beating a dead horse at some point or another. I don't think that Lucifer really hates God. I think that he is just kind of like, whatever, dude. You've like kind of really become so absorbed in yourself and how awesome you are and your like absolute authoritative freaking like power and like your power and authority has gone to your head like to such a degree that there's really nothing else that is really can be said. It's like you like you've become consumed by your all consumingness. It's like if that mythology is correct, I feel like it wasn't a matter of anything but Lucifer being able to see like where that's going. Yeah, I see where this is going. Freaking like Big Chief's got his head up his ass so far, he's gonna like drive us right off the freaking like edge of the flat earth here. So we need to like do something before freaking cuckoo bird here is like it's like the end of all of us, you know. But like that's cool, whatever he wants to do. He's still awesome, but I don't really want to be a part of that. Um, I don't feel like he hates him. And then, you know, at the same time too, if you know, and this is all considering if all of this is even anything, which can relate to me really and truly at the end of the day, everything that we know is nothing. Everything that we know is all brought about by our interpretation of it, human interpretation of it, which it could all be a bunch of bullshit. It could all be a bunch of fairy tale, fucking who knows what. We could be living in a fucking test tube. We don't fucking know. I don't care what anybody says. Anybody that claims that they know this, that, or the freaking other doesn't know shit. Because none of us know shit. I don't give a fuck who you are, or how special you claim to be, or how awesome other people, you know, if 100 million people think you're fabulous, I don't give a fuck. You're a fucking human being, you're a person, and you like have nothing that I don't have. Maybe you have a little bit of like an extra special freaking imagination that is maybe a little bit more robust than the average person's. Good for you. You know, and like that gives you the ability to connect with things that we perceive to be outside of ourselves. Is it really? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I hate to be so cynical, you know. I do. I mean, I'm at the point where I have like totally destroyed everything in my spirituality. Everything that made it cool and mystical and like fun and exciting. That little piece of like novelty and things that like you know kind of help to pique your interest at first, and you know you like it's like anything else, you know. It's at first glance when you first look into it, it's this other thing. It's this there's a grand illusion, and you have been sold a grand idea. And maybe no one other than yourself sold you that. You sold it to yourself. But nonetheless, it's just so beautifully packaged and so appealing, and it's like so many like it's just like this perfect combination of all of these things that just like gets you like totally enthralled in it. And I guess it's like everything else, you know, it all of the illusion or what we would perceive to be illusion. I can't even say that I really I know I'm gonna have to like talk like this, sound like an idiot, but anyway, so it's like once all the illusion, once all of the all of the frills and all of the like little extras that make it so special, like all of that stuff will fade and fall away, and then you start to kind of like pick it apart and dissect it and look at it like, well, what is it really? Well, now I know that it's this and this and this, and like now there's like aliens are a part of it, and freaking I understand this and this now, and that's really not so mystical or spooky anymore, and um, it's not really kind of like feeling like teenager, teenage angst Halloween horror movie night anymore, really either. It's just kind of like this weird mind fuck of twisted reality that can't ever be untwisted. Um, I know, without a doubt. I mean, I'm where I'm at now. Um, and I'm not saying that I'm unhappy about it. I'm not. I guess I will say to you, looking for trouble, if I were you, I would run as fast as you can right now. Get the fuck out of here. I'm serious. And I'm saying that because I love you. If I could take my little sweet little innocent ass that didn't know all of the shit that I know and haven't been exposed to all the shit I've been exposed to and like protect myself from it and put myself back into that little television bubble and just look at little bubble butts on TV and like eat some popcorn and like watch People's Court with my grandfather eating some Pizza Hut on Friday. Everything's all good. The most I got to worry about is like paying bills and taxes and like what's going on in politics and shit. Like that would be pretty awesome. Because the reality that I live in is much darker than that. Is much, yeah. And I'm not saying it's not cool. At times it is. There's a lot of awesome stuff that comes with it. But I do find myself like romanticizing about the good old days. The days where I was none the wiser, the days where I was like consuming every bit of fucking bullshit they could give me. And I was happy with it. Fuck. Yeah, I mean they were boogeymen and they were shadows in the darkness and stuff that would scare me and things like that. Yeah, that's true. But I did not have the burden of understanding, which is like the totality of what this universe is like imposes upon each one of us. It is freaking insane. It's insane. So yeah, I guess you can look at it like this. Is God real? No, he's not. Is he a security blanket that makes you feel safe in a world that is full of fucked up shit that's scary? Yeah. God's a teddy bear. God is that little soft, cuddly thing that you can cling to. But you look at it and you're like, well, what? It makes me feel safe and secure, but if I take it away and look at it like this, what could it really do to provide safety and security for me, really? Not a damn thing. It's a teddy bear. And I think that's what it is, right? And there's the whole element of control and not wanting people to come into their own power and all of that. And I think it takes a special kind of person to be on the left hand path. You all know the insanity that goes with this. I don't have to tell you. If you've been around the block, if you've been around long enough to know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. Could you imagine handful of people that you know in life, if they were on this path, you think they could handle it? What do you think? The mental hospitals would be so overfilled to like to capacity by people losing their damn mind. What's up, Bella? Good, good. I'm glad you feel happy. What's up, Scotty? Yes, the dark energy that controls the world is coffee and oil. Yeah. Yo. Yeah. I don't know. I know. I feel like I'm like this, this like Debbie Downer, for like the last year. I feel like, every time I do a podcast with somebody, like, especially like every time like I talk to EA, like I'm always like playing this like devil's advocate type of role as far as like just talking about like the downsides and the negative aspects and the freaking how the difficulties and the overwhelming emotions that can go with this path. And I hate to be that guy. I didn't choose to like feel like that or to like feel like that has to be the thing that I always talk about, and it already always kind of goes back to that to some degree. Because I think I do it so much that one could even come to the conclusion that like, hey, you're not happy doing this. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, but it's not like that though. It's not like that. I think it's, your spiritual path at some point or another becomes such a part of who you are that it's not a choice anymore. It's just like your sexual orientation. It's not a choice. It's like who you are and it's what you have, and it's like that's what's going to happen. And I'm sure it's really just a matter of this spiritual path does open your eyes to everything. It shows you how cruel the world that you live in really truly is. That's when you really get to see true evil, true darkness. And then you know without a doubt the things that we're doing, I mean, none of it's that bad. I don't know. I guess like you can say like, well, how are you supposed to feel? How are people supposed to feel? When you're 40 years old, how are you supposed to feel? Like as if we like all fit into this like cookie cutter, one size fits all freaking bull crap package, right? I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. Like I don't know. Do a freaking do I'm sure you've asked enough 40-year-old white middle class average build 3.2 children and like whatever freaking household enough of those questions to whether you should be able to tell me what the answer is. You should be able to tell me how I should feel. And I think that's like how like our society's gotten to that point. It's like you tell me how I should feel, please, because obviously I don't fucking know. Tell me what to do next. Tell me how to feel. Tell me how to act. Tell me what to wear. Tell me how to take a shit on a squatty potty. Show me how to do it. Like I don't know. It's just crazy. It's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, I was telling you to run because I'm a nice guy. I'm telling you to run because if you are here looking for truth, you're going to eventually find it and you might not like it, but you will get what you came to find. Yeah. You will get what you asked for. But I promise you, it ain't going to be nothing like you expected it to be. So, if you're ready to really rock the boat, looking for trouble, then stick around. I mean, I know you're exposing yourself to a lot of this information and culture, if you will, because I know I've seen you in some of the other chats and things and other channels and whatever like that. So I guess in a way, it's probably already too late for you. The wheels are already in motion. The course is set. The destruction of your soul is nigh. Hmm. I remember the good old days when I used to like worry about my soul. It's so cute. Makes me want to get a hot fudge sundae. Yeah. And wear like a cardigan sweater or something. Your soul will always be yours looking for truth. But I mean, obviously, you're in search of something that you have not found yet, or you have an inclination that there's something else out there, that there's something more, that there is something that you would actually really resonate with and you wouldn't have to like play pretend with everybody anymore. But see, that's scary though, too, because it's like you're not watching a movie anymore. You're not playing house. You're like, you're like actually like the starring role now because it's gonna like your life will actually become the insanity. And once you're there in it, there's nowhere to run to and nowhere to hide. You can't go hide under God's skirt because he ain't got one, because he ain't there. I guess in my opinion, it's like, why do why would people say that this is evil? Why would people say that Lucifer is evil? He's not evil. He's just truth. He is just showing you the reality of the situation without sugarcoating it, without all the extra bullshit. You want to see it, here it is. Yeah, it's fucking dark. Just because I showed it to you now, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be the dark one, huh? I'm just showing you those that have always been there. That he was keeping you from ever being able to see. And he's gonna get a bad rap for that. Why? It's not anything he did. It is already like that. That's how it is. That's what it is. If you want to look at someone for being evil and dark and all of that, then look at your God that created it all. Oh no, we can't blame him for that. Yeah, yeah, you can't blame a freaking alcoholic when he beats the shit out of somebody or like beats his wife up either, right? No. I guess all I'm saying is that just be ready to find the truth that you're looking for, because I think you're barking up the right tree. I mean, and no one can prepare you for what you're about to experience or the things that you're going to understand, things that you're going to unlearn in order to actually learn properly. Like no one can prepare you for the disappointment and the anger that you're going to feel when you see how unforgiving and all-consuming reality actually is. When you take away all of the sugar coating and sweetness and mythology and fairy tales and break it down to its basic bare bones and fundamentals. And that's why, for me, I think it's like I've just come to the conclusion that there's no doubt in my mind that we aren't already in hell, that we aren't already dead. I think it's a very good possibility that we are. It's a very good possibility that it's like that. What is that story? What's it called? I can't even remember, but there's a man that's being hanged on this bridge for whatever reason. I don't know. He stole a loaf of bread, or maybe he got like caught like bending over the pastor's wife in his house in the living room. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. He's being hanged. He's going to be hanged. And as that noose begins to tighten around his neck, it breaks. He falls. He's floating down the river, traveling further and further away from his captors, his executioner. Lo and behold, he's alive. He's going to be okay, right? All this shit happens, all these things. It seems so very real. But then at the last moment, he gets snatched back to what is really the fact of the matter is that, yeah, you did die. You did get hung. And all of that whole entire existence, maybe even 70, 80, 90 years of it was just a split second imagination, a psychotic freaking trip, a byproduct of all of these chemicals and adrenaline and DMT and everything else that was released into your system. But I guess that's the thing about all of these different philosophies and everything else, that they will always just be that. Because we don't know. We have no idea. No matter how much we try to pretend like we do and pretend like we got a handle on shit, we got a handle on the damn thing. We don't know what is going on. All we can do is hold on tight for the ride. You know? But we could be the freaking masters with our magic and freaking like manipulate and control everything. Okay. Sounds cool. Nobody really hates Jesus. We hate all of the other shit that represents him or what he represents, which is not what he wanted to represent. You think he would be happy with that shit? He'd be like, fuck this. Like, y'all are fucking a bunch of stupid fucks if you. He would come down here and bitch slap the fuck out of everybody in every church and like probably like piss in their face for like the next 1,000 years. Oh, what is that? Jesus? Oh, yeah. High five, Jesus. I bet you I know him better than you do, looking for truth. What do you think about that? I bet you a lot of us in here know him better than you do. But that's not your fault. That's what happened. That's what happens when man puts his fingers in it. Oh, man. There you go. Now you're thinking right. And do you really think that Jesus would want you to spend your entire life going through motions and just doing something because you're just supposed to do that, to be a good little sheep, to do what everybody else in the fold is doing because I'm your master and I tell you what to do? Is there a false sense of security wrapped up in all of that? Because if you are subject to a master, then maybe by definition, that means that the master is obligated to look after certain aspects of your well being. He would be expected to provide certain things for you. Okay. Yeah, I have a house here. I have to work for that every damn day to the bone. I have to work my fingers to the bone just to freaking have this house and to have the food that I eat and to have all of this everything to sustain my existence. Oh, so he's providing that job for me. He's providing that very thing that I have to work my fingers to the bone for, then, right? No, like if he's my master, he should literally provide for me. Like, end of story. There's no like, oh, well, yeah, he's going to provide for you part of it, but really he's not really. Well, is he or isn't he? If he's the master, sounds to me like he's the master of lies, master of deceit, the master of your own denial, orchestrating like the whole fucking big bunch of bullshit that you're so appreciative to have. When we look at relationship dynamics where, let's just say, a man has been successful at brainwashing a woman to actually make her literally believe that all of the fucked up shit that he's doing to her is freaking like necessary and right and just, and that she's not a freaking prisoner, that she's not or hasn't become a prisoner of her own mind, and that she has no free will left at all, that she is like absolutely subject to every little element of everything that he has created and imposed upon her. And we can see that and looking from the outside in, and like, that is freaking horrendous. That is like an atrocity. That is fucked up. Well, like, what do you think he's doing to you? What do you think he's done to you? What do you think that he has been doing to you since you were born? That exact type of thing. In my eyes, it's no different at all. But for some reason, when you put God in it, there's just no argument. It can't be an argument. You can't argue. You can't. Are you kidding me? Like, no. Like, he can do that. It's okay. It's a different thing. It's not what it is. Is that not what it is? Oh, okay. If you say so. So then why are we here then looking for truth? Like, why are we here? To prove to him and to show him how good of a freaking dominated slave we really are. Is that what he wants? Maybe that's why he would never talk to me. So maybe I'm not that good at being a dominated slave. Next time I'll just try harder, damn it. That's all I can do. You know, sometimes your best just isn't good enough. Yeah, maybe he did want some children to love. I bet you he's really loving me about now. And you know what? If he has any substance to him at all, then he's proud of me. Like a parent should be, right? Like what did your parents tell you? Don't do what everybody else is doing. Be your own person, do your own thing. You don't have to like follow the in crowd. Da 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 da. But then you have organized religion that's saying there is no you, there's only us. You do what we do, you say what we say, you feel what we feel. You say what we say, you feel that we feel. Like we don't give a fuck how you actually feel. Like you shouldn't even consider that. Like that's not allowed. That is not allowed, damn it. You're just a troublemaker. So like which is it? Like should we be our own independently strong, unique person, individual, or should we just be a slave? There's like no in between. It's either you are or you're not. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm like spiraling into my own vortex of mental veganaise right now. And it's rather viscous. It smells like paper clips. actually has a rather metallic taste to it. I don't even know. It's not, you know, it's, you know why, Jay Phoenix, I'm wasting my time on her because I don't even know why. Because I think that it's because it's not about her at all. It's about me and what it's like the dialogue that I needed to have with myself for some reason or another. I don't really know why. It's a subconscious thing. Um, I don't know, maybe that, and it's just like really a little kind of fun to me, like witnessing the undoing and the unraveling of a pure soul of God. It's kind of like a hobby of mine. It's a passion. Yeah, it's passion. Yeah, I'm like a bone collector. I'm a soul collector. I don't eat them. I just collect them. They don't mean shit to me either because I have so many. Wow. Yep. Yep. Yeah, she's gonna get that good news of Lucifer's freedom and truth. That's for sure. It's gonna be straight up on the rocks too. Might be rather harsh and a little bitter, but eventually you'll learn to like it and appreciate it once you have acquired or attained the mature palate to appreciate the finer things in life. Hit up that chiropractor. Hell yeah, go do it to it. I know it's like 3:36. I'm gonna freaking go. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hmm. Lord help me. I need to like, what do they say? I need to be covered in the blood of Jesus. Uh, that's just weird. It's weird that they don't think that's weird. It's weird to me that they don't think that that's weird saying shit like that. It's weird to me that Catholics don't think that it's weird. They actually believe that they're consuming flesh and drinking blood. It's weird to me that they don't think that's weird. I don't know. You know, like uh it's just like little things like that that are part of this whole insane concept that they have created. It's like right there out in the open that you can just see it and be like, what the F? But yet, all the people that are actually involved in it and have like totally given themselves to it in every freaking way, they are totally bought in. They don't even see it. It's really crazy, right? I think it's crazy. I think that's just kind of weird how that is. It's like, it's almost like there has been a magical spell cast upon them that prevents them from actually seeing what is actually there. Because I have found that it does seem like in this reality that nefarious things of that nature, or things that have a specific type of vibration associated with them, if you're going to utilize it, you have to actually announce it to the world that it is here and here it is. But it still has that effect on a lot of people where they will not see it. But you weren't hiding it. It's always been right there for you to see, for everybody to see. So once it is discovered, it can't be said that, like, hey, you were hiding a bunch of crap and you're a liar. Like, no, I'm not. Here it is. Been there since day one, brother. If you would have just bothered to look, if you would have used your own mind, your own eyes. I don't know. It's crazy. So, yeah. So, what did we become? I don't know. We have become that which we have always been. And what is that? Hmm. I guess it's just kind of like a walking, talking contradiction of Hubula Stina. I don't know. I don't know what it is. And I'm not going to claim that I do know. And I'm not going to write a book about it and sell it to you for $1 million either. Sorry, Star Ruby. I know, I didn't even know that I was smoking in this damn thing. I've been trying very hard not to smoke on these and not to drink. I didn't drink any alcohol. I didn't smoke anything the whole last live stream, but life just stresses me out. I have like totally destroyed this pack of cigarettes. The cigarettes inside of the package looks totally mm, it has seen better days, but still smokes pretty good, I bet. And I would venture to guess it also has a very sweet and delicious flavor. Really, I do. I act different. Really? What do I act like? Do I act like a more proper, good little boy or something? You rip the filters off? Ooh, kind of dull. Thank you for your honesty. And dead. Ooh, dull and dead. Yes. Oh, awesome. Yes. So, what is my personality like when I'm not doing things that are destructive and to like promote my death in every way? Pretty dull and dead, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. That is this freaking existence in a nutshell. It is all like a walking contradiction. It's like I have to have that little element of death in order to actually present myself to even be somewhat alive. And I didn't even know that, man. Fuck. I ripped the filter off of this. God, there's really not much left after you do that, is it? It's pretty pathetic, really. Hmm. It sticks to your lips a lot more without that filter, it seems like. Hmm. I don't really want to have like a mouthful of tobacco either. I don't want to be like smoking and going. I know there's a way. I'm sure there's a way that you can do it where you don't have that happen. But oh yeah, good old non-filtered cigarette, just like God intended. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. I don't feel down. I don't feel down at all. But thank you for your sympathy. I got what I wanted. You didn't even see it coming, did you? So devilish, isn't it? So satanic, I tricked you. I'm not down. I'm not down at all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that we made just a little progress, just a little more. Yeah. Bet you can like feel that grip about now, can't you, girl? Oh no. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. You'll never know. You will never know until the moment that you know. And the moment that you know, it is way too late. Way too late then. I know. It would be nice if everyone could be happy and good. What makes you happy and good? Tell me what makes you happy. Cover up that warm spot. Mm. What's up, Milton? That's right, Milton. It is just fairy tales, or is it? Uh, hmm. I guess I would have to say that it wouldn't take a psychic to come to the conclusion that there's something that you like about this There's something inside of you that keeps you coming back. There's something that pulls you into this current, and you may not even be aware of it yet fully, but there's a part of you that is, because it just feels right. It just feels natural, right? I mean, there's a red button sitting right here, and I'm going to tell you, like, not to push it. Don't push that button. You want to push that button so bad, but you better not. But the thing about it, it's like, it doesn't even matter if you push the button or not. The moment that the scenario was presented to you, to push it or not to push it, it's already been pushed. It's already too late. You're fucked. You're fucked. I'm sorry. You're as good as fucked. Yeah. Like, yeah, it doesn't, yeah, if you push the red button, it doesn't even matter because it's already been pushed. And like, um, who decided that? You did. You can say that you didn't, but we both know that's a lie. So I'm going to leave you with that. Just kind of like let that simmer a little bit, just like lay back into it and let all of like commingle with like all of the other juices and whatnot. Yeah. Oh, definitely. There's definitely olive juices in there. Tons. All of it. It's all of the juices. It's every kind of juice that you can imagine is in there. It's all in there. And that's what makes it so tasty. If you take one element away, it won't be right. You gotta have all of it in there. It's gotta all be there. And it's all precise measurements too. It's just perfect. It's just what you need. So, anyhow, I don't know about you, but I'm happy. About as happy as one could be. As happy as one could be as a free man, trapped in a prison. I might as well just put the shackles back on, right? Does it really matter? Really, does it really matter? God made a beautiful world, but we spoiled it. Just like he knew we would. Almost like a trap of sorts. It was like it was all a trap. Seems to me like he had an ulterior motive. Maybe, just maybe, he didn't have the best of intentions. But I could die and lose my soul for just thinking such things. Well, go ahead and take it, motherfucker, then. If that's what you want to do. Oh, you're going to let me keep it? Okay. What's on HBO? All right, I want to go now. Oh, God. All right, so what could I leave you with that would be of any benefit to you? What could I leave you with that would do you any good at all? Does putting a smile on your face even matter in the grand scheme of it all? I don't know. I'm not keeping I'm not keeping count, and if I was, I got very disinterested a long time ago because I'm more concerned about like what outfit that this famous person's dog got yesterday. Like that's what it's come to. That's what it's come to. This is God's creation in all of its glory. Oh my God. That's ridiculous, isn't it? There are 10 million of his creations on this earth right now that the highlight of their day and the the sole reason for their happiness is knowing that Kim Kardashian's poodle got a new outfit and that she blew out all of her candles at her little bullshit birthday party at Putt Putt yesterday. Oh, God is good. God is good. Mm. He won't even let me end the stream. I'm trying.